Be me, 38, making $150,000 as a corporate consultant in San Francisco, living in a nice one-bedroom in Soma, Peloton in the corner, meal prep containers stacked in the fridge. I have my shit together. It's Sunday evening, I'm doing my weekly routine, laundry, meal prep, reviewing my calendar for the week, when Mom calls. I almost don't answer because I know what's coming. Honey, did you hear? Jennifer's engaged, my younger sister, 27, dating some youth pastor named Brandon for 6 months. He makes maybe $50,000 and drives a 2015 Honda Civic. That's great, Mom. I'm happy for her. They're thinking a spring wedding. Brandon's family has a beautiful church in Sacramento, and... She goes on for 5 minutes about venues and bridesmaid dresses. Then the pivot I knew was coming. So, honey, are you seeing anyone? Not, how's work going? Or, how are you feeling? Straight to relationship status. I'm dating. Just being selective. Well, you know. Her voice gets that careful tone. You're not getting any younger. Maybe you should try one of those professional services. Melissa's daughter used a Matchmaker and she's married now. Had a baby last month. I'm fine, Mom. I'm just saying, if you want children, I have to go. Chicken's burning. I'm not even cooking. After we hang up, I'm annoyed, but she planted a seed. I pull up Hinge, start scrolling through my matches. There's Derek, 52, with 3 kids from 2 marriages. His main photo is a bathroom gym selfie with terrible lighting. His bio says, my kids come first, which I respect, but also, where do I rank? Brian, 44, entrepreneur. Every single photo has someone cropped out. An arm around his waist here, half a woman's face there. His bio mentions his side hustle and grinding. Paul, 48, high school teacher. His profile's actually sweet. He coaches basketball, volunteers with Special Olympics. But he's 5 feet 7 inches, and his photos are all him with teenagers or at school events. Does this man have adult friends? Mike, 41, software engineer at Google. Decent salary, probably. But 6 photos and his kids are in every single one. Being a dad is my greatest achievement. Good for you, Mike. Where's the photo that shows you have a personality outside of parenting? I close the app. When did this happen? 2 years ago, I was matching with doctors, startup founders, tech executives, men with options, men who looked like they took care of themselves. I tell myself it's just a slow week, or the algorithm, or maybe I need to update my photos, but Mum's words are stuck in my head. You're not getting any younger. I pour a glass of wine and Google Best Matchmakers San Francisco. Linda's office is in one of those historic buildings near Union Square. Wood paneling, leather chairs, photos of happy couples covering one entire wall. She's maybe 65, short grey hair, wedding ring, blazer. She's got an iPad and printed intake forms like this is serious business. The consultation starts normal enough. Linda asks what I'm looking for. I'm prepared. I've thought about this extensively. Height-wise, 6'2" minimum. I'm 5 feet 8 inches and I like wearing heels, so proportions matter. Financially stable, 6 figures minimum, ideally more. I'm not looking for someone to support me, but I want someone on my level. Wants kids eventually, but understands my career is important and non-negotiable. Emotionally available, good communicator, ambitious, but not a workaholic. Physically fit. I work out 5 times a week, so I'd like someone who prioritizes health. Age range 38 to 45 inches. Linda's typing on her iPad, nodding along. Then she looks up. And what do you bring to a relationship? I blink. I mean, I just told you, I make good money, I'm independent, I own my car outright, I have my own place, I'm educated. Yes, but what do you bring to him? What would make a man choose you specifically over other women he could date? The question irritates me, but I answer. I'm successful, intelligent, I can hold my own in any conversation. I'm low maintenance because I don't need a man to take care of me financially. I'm straightforward. I don't play games. Linda's doing this polite smile that doesn't reach her eyes. Do you cook? I meal prep every Sunday. Chicken, rice, vegetables. I can cook. When was your last serious relationship? About 2 years ago. How long were you together? 14 months. What happened? A shift in my seat. He wasn't going anywhere. Career-wise, he was comfortable being stagnant, and I need someone with drive. What did he do? Marketing coordinator. Made about $70,000. And how long were you together before you decided he lacked ambition? I mean, it became clear over time, maybe 6 months in, but I gave it a chance. Linda makes a note. And before that relationship? We go through my history. Each answer I give, she asks a follow-up that feels slightly like a trap. The guy before that was too clingy. The one before that had a weird relationship with his mother. The one before that. I can't even remember why we broke up. It just fizzled. Tell me about your hobbies, Linda says. I hike occasionally. Yoga. Well, I have a Peloton. I read, mostly leadership and business books. I like trying new restaurants, checking out the food scene. Do you do these activities with mixed groups? Meet people organically? My friends are mostly coupled up now, or busy with kids. Linda closes her iPad, folds her hands on her desk. Her whole expression shifts from professional pleasantness to something like a doctor about to deliver cancer news. Sarah, I'm going to be direct with you because that's what you're paying for, and I don't believe in wasting people's time or money. Based on what you've told me, your expectations, your approach, your energy, I cannot in good conscience take you on as a client in your current state. My face gets hot. Excuse me? The men you're describing, 6'2" plus, high earners, physically fit, age 38 to 45, wanting children, those men have options, many options. And the reality you need to understand is that they're pursuing and marrying women between 28 and 33, typically. That's... She holds up a hand. I'm not finished. A 40-year-old man with the qualities you listed can date a 29-year-old woman who's more flexible, more nurturing in her presentation, and has a wider fertility window. That's not my opinion. That's market reality, backed by 30 years of data. So what? I should just give up. Except that men my age are shallow and... The men in your actual dating pool. Men in their late 30s and 40s looking for a life partner. They want something you're not currently offering. They want warmth. They want someone who makes them feel appreciated, needed, valued. Not like they're being interviewed for a position that they're probably not qualified for anyway. I start to respond, but she keeps going. Your energy right now is corporate, evaluative, transactional. That works wonderfully in your career, I'm sure. It does not work in dating. Show me your dating profile. My hands are shaking slightly as I pull up Hinge and hand over my phone. She scrolls in silence for a long moment. These photos. They're fine quality, but look at your body language. This one at the wine bar, arms crossed, serious expression. This hiking photo, you're alone, looking at the camera like it's a professional headshot. This one at dinner, you look annoyed. Where's the warmth? Where's the joy? She keeps scrolling. Your prompts. I'm looking for someone who can keep up with me intellectually. My greatest strength is my independence. Don't waste my time if you're not serious about success. Sarah, this reads like a LinkedIn profile with a thread attached. You're not attracting men. You're filtering them out before they even match with you. I'm stating my standards. You're stating demands. Let me show you something. She pulls up her iPad, taps a few things, turns it toward me. It's a database of profiles. These are the men in my network who match your basic criteria. Age 38 to 45, 6 figures and above, 6 feet and taller, want children, Bay Area. There are 23 profiles visible. Now watch. She adjusts a filter. Open to dating women 35 to 40. The number drops to 8. Now let's add never married, no children. It drops to 3. One of these 3 just got engaged last month. Another one is my nephew, and he's been in love with his roommate for 2 years, but won't admit it. So realistically, you have one man in my entire network who meets your stated requirements and would theoretically be in your dating pool. She taps on a profile. Professional photo, attractive guy. Good smile. This is Marcus, 42. Venture capitalist, divorced 8 months ago after his wife's affair. Since joining my service, he's dated 4 women, ages 30, 29, 32, and 31. He's currently serious with the 32-year-old. She's a nurse, wants 4 kids, grew up on a farm in Idaho. Very traditional values. They're talking about getting engaged. I'm staring at the screen, but I don't know what to say. Now let me show you the men who are interested in dating women your age. She swipes to a different screen. The faces are different. Older looking. Softer around the middle. Receding hairlines, reading glasses. This one's 5 feet 9 inches. Engineer at Apple. Makes $160,000. Has a daughter every other weekend. Never remarried after his divorce because he wanted to focus on being present for his kid. This one's 5 feet 11 inches. High school principal. Never married because he was taking care of his mother, who had Alzheimer's. She passed last year, and now he's ready to date. This one's 6 feet 0, financial advisor, 2 teenage sons, loves sailing. They're not what I'm looking for. The words come out harder than I intended. Linda sets down her iPad. Looks at me directly. I know. That's the entire problem, Sarah. What you're looking for doesn't want you. Or more accurately, the current version of you. The one sitting in my office right now with a list of demands and no apparent understanding of what you're actually offering in return. The sentence lands like a slap. She continues, softer now, but no less direct. You have 2 choices. You can adjust your expectations to match reality. Start dating the good men who are actually available and interested. Or you can adjust yourself, your approach, your energy, your presentation, and maybe attract someone closer to what you think you want. But right now, you're bringing a resume to a dance, and nobody wants to dance with a resume. I stand up. My chair scrapes loud against the floor. Thanks for your honesty. Sarah. No, really, very enlightening. I'll think about what you said. I leave before she can respond, before I start crying in front of her. I'm at Blue Bottle 15 minutes later, hands wrapped around an oat milk latte, staring out the window at people passing by. A couple walks past. She's laughing at something he said, tucked under his arm. They look young, happy, easy. I pull out my phone and rage text my group chat. Just paid $500 for a matchmaker to call me undateable. Actual misogyny. She basically said I should lower my standards and be more submissive to attract men. In 2025, Amanda responds in seconds. That's literally internalized misogyny from a woman. Report her. She said I'm too corporate, too independent, that I need to be warmer and nurturing. Amanda, barf. Men are so fragile they can't handle a successful woman. The bar is on the floor and they still limbo under it. Rachel takes longer to respond. She's been married 3 years, has a 1-year-old. Rachel. What exactly did she say? Like word for word? I send a long paragraph. The height filters, the age ranges, the men dating younger women, the database dropping from 23 to 1. All of it. Amanda. She's bitter that she's old, projecting her issues onto you. You're a catch. Rachel. I mean, was any of it valid though? Just asking. I stare at my phone. What do you mean, valid? Rachel. Like, you've been single for 2 years? And you did break up with Jake because he wasn't ambitious enough, but now he's doing really well from what I heard. Sometimes, the matchmakers know the market better than we want to admit. I leave her on read. Amanda sends 3 more messages about how I should write a bad review. How matchmakers are just selling patriarchal bullshit to desperate women. How I'm perfect as I am. But Rachel's message sits there. You did break up with Jake because he wasn't ambitious enough. I close the group chat. Thursday evening, I'm at Zeitgeist Beer Garden with Amanda. She wanted to get me out of my apartment, stop me from spiraling. We're sitting at a picnic table, and she's going off about Linda. These matchmakers prey on women's insecurities. They make you think something's wrong with you, so you'll pay them to fix it. It's a scam. Yeah, I say, but I'm only half listening. You're successful, you're attractive, you have your life together. Any man would be lucky. That's when I see him. Jake, my ex from 5 years ago. The marketing coordinator who lacked ambition. The one who made $68K and was still figuring things out at 33. The one I broke up with because I needed someone more established, more driven, more. He's at a picnic table about 30 feet away with a group of people, and there's a woman next to him. She's young, I'd guess 30, maybe 31. Dark hair in a ponytail, wearing jeans, and a simple green top. She's laughing at something he said, her hand on his forearm. Casual, easy, natural, and on her left hand, catching the evening sun. A ring. Sarah, you okay? I can't look away. Jake looks different. Better. He lost the softness around his middle. His hair's actually styled instead of just existing on his head. He's wearing a fitted button-down that looks expensive. He looks confident, put together, happy. The woman says something and kisses his cheek. He grins, this wide, genuine smile I remember from early in our relationship, back before I started mentioning how his co-workers were getting promoted ahead of him. Is that... Amanda follows my gaze. Yeah. Oh shit, we can leave. No, it's fine. It's a public place. But I'm staring. The woman isn't even that pretty. She's cute, sure, but nothing special. Girl next door type. Basic. She's probably a teacher or a nurse or something simple like that. What does she have that I... Jake sees me. His expression shifts. Surprise, then something like discomfort. He says something to the woman, stands up, walks over. Sarah, hey. Hey, long time. Yeah, 4 years? 5. Awkward pause. Amanda's suddenly very interested in her phone. How have you been? He asks. Good. Really good. Just got promoted to senior consultant last year. Making 6 figures now. You? Why did I say that? Why did I lead with money? Can't complain. Got promoted to director of marketing about 18 months ago. Actually, He glances back at his table. I'm engaged. That's Emily. Oh, wow. Congratulations. Thanks. We met at my buddy's wedding 2 years ago. She's a second grade teacher. We're getting married in June, up in Napa. A second grade teacher. Making what? 55K? Maybe 60,000 in the Bay Area, if she's lucky. That's really great, Jake. I'm happy for you. Another pause. He shifts his weight, puts his hands in his pockets. You seen anyone? Casually dating, keeping my options open, focusing on my career mostly. He nods. Yeah, that makes sense. You were always really driven. The way he says it, it doesn't sound like a compliment. Well, I should get back. But hey, Sarah, I hope you find what you're looking for. I really do mean that. There's something in his voice. Not bitterness, not smugness, almost pity. He walks back to his table. Emily looks up at him with this open, adoring expression, like he's the most interesting person in the world. He sits down, puts his arm around her shoulders, kisses her temple. She laughs and leans into him, her head on his shoulder. I watch them for another minute, the ease between them, the way she touches his arm when she talks, the way he listens to her, fully present, smiling. When's the last time I touched someone like that? When's the last time I looked at someone like they hung the moon? When's the last time someone looked at me that way? Okay, that was awkward, but also, Amanda leans in, lowers her voice. She's like really young, He probably feels more in control with someone less established and successful. Classic male insecurity. He couldn't handle you. I nod automatically, but I'm thinking about what Linda said. Men want someone who makes them feel appreciated, needed, valued. Emily just laughed at something mundane Jake said and touched his arm. It looked effortless, warm, genuine. When's the last time I was warm? Let's go, I tell Amanda. Back at my apartment, second glass of wine in hand, I'm scrolling through old photos on my phone. I don't know what I'm looking for until I find it. 7 years ago. I'm 31 at my friend's wedding in Napa. I'm wearing a blue dress, actually smiling, not the tight professional smile from my current photos, but a real one. My body language is open, relaxed. I look softer somehow. I remember that night, 3 different guys asked for my number. One was a commercial pilot. Good looking, 6'0", great smile. We texted a few times. He wanted to meet up that week, but I was busy with a work project, and he seemed too eager anyway. I ghosted after a week. Another was an accountant, 5 feet 11 inches, owned a house in Oakland, stable job. We went on 2 dates. He was nice, kind of funny, but he talked a lot about his family. On date 2, he mentioned wanting me to meet his parents soon. Too serious, too fast. I ended it over text. I can't even remember the third guy's name or his face. Just that he existed, and I said no. I open Hinge, scroll through my current reality. Derek, 52, the dad with the gym selfie. Brian, 44, the entrepreneur with cropped out X's. Paul, 48, the short teacher who actually seems nice. Mike, 41, the Google engineer whose personality is father. And then there's a new one, Tom, 49, clearly used a photo from 10 years ago. Bio says, recently separated, testing the waters. I think about Marcus from Linda's database, probably proposing to that 32-year-old nurse right now. I think about Jake's hand on Emily's shoulder. I finish my wine, pour another. Saturday morning, I'm on my Peloton, but I can't focus. The instructor's yelling about pushing through resistance and breaking barriers, and all I can think about is Jake's face when he said, I hope you find what you're looking for, like I was lost. I get off at 12 minutes, shower, make coffee, stare at my phone. There's a voicemail from Mom about Jen's engagement party next month. Then, honey, I'm not trying to pressure you, but biologically speaking, if you want children, I delete it. But then I'm looking at Linda's website again, reading the testimonials, success stories, happy couples who found love later in life, and never thought it would happen. I book another appointment before I can talk myself out of it. The following Tuesday, I'm back in her office. Linda looks unsurprised. Have you thought about our conversation? I'm willing to make adjustments. Such as? I could go down to 6 feet even, maybe extend the age range to 48 inches. Linda looks at me over her reading glasses, says nothing. What? The height requirement isn't the problem, Sarah. It's the energy, the approach, the fact that you're negotiating with reality like it's a business deal. I don't respond. She slides a folder across her desk. 3 men from my network. They saw your profile, your initial profile, before our conversation, and expressed interest. Good men. Stable, kind, looking for partnership. I open the folder. 3 profiles. 5 feet 10 inches, 5 feet 11 inches, 6 feet 0 inches, ages 42, 45, 43. They look normal, not ugly, not models. Just regular men with kind faces. Think about it, Linda says. Back home, I put the profiles on my fridge. Look at them while making coffee. Then I open Hinge, stare at my profile, the photos with crossed arms, the prompts that read like a job posting. I go to my filters. Height requirement currently set to 6 feet 2 inches plus. I change it to 6 feet 0 inches, not 5 feet 10 inches, Not yet. Baby steps. But then, I look at my bio. I'm looking for someone who can keep up with me intellectually. My finger hovers over the edit button. I close the app. Maybe tomorrow.